my god, I'm so far away. I am at minus X over 3000. Well, less than 3000. Let's see if I can find myself here. 340. Okay, it's a little north. Here we go. Let's see if it still works today. Almost there. Yes, it works today as well. I have been running this all night. Well, not today, but yesterday's night. I had it running all night and it seems to be working fine. I have no issues remaining online in the game. I did notice a few small things in the logs with some error code 8. Let's see. Let me just make sure and see what that is. Okay. Error code 8. Okay, no, it's not those kind of error code. It's a HTTP client error, if I'm not completely mistaken. Number 8, which is, if I can find it, status connection error. So sometimes I do get this issue when I'm trying to remain in contact with the backend API, which serves the database. However, we are auto reconnecting every time, so it shouldn't be any big problem. The only real issue is when this occurs while a player is doing something. Let's say a player connects and it has successfully connected to the game, and then suddenly, for whatever reason, the backends, or rather Godot, decides to give us this error when trying to communicate with the backend. And when that happens in the middle of something else, we haven't really handled that as well as we probably should at some point. But I'm not gonna prioritize that just yet because it's not really a big problem. It's just a minor inconvenience at this point. Most of what we have so far seems to be working pretty well. I mean, all things considered, that has been, what, like 3 weeks? Yeah, it's about 3 weeks we've worked on this project now. Maybe a little more now, 3 weeks and a day or so? I don't know. Yeah, you can see there are still a few issues with the synchronization. If you look close enough, you can kind of see that it still appears like it's lagging. And I'm thinking a solution to this is to make sure that all client communication goes to the server and not to other clients. Because currently we are utilizing sort of a peer-to-peer messaging system, you could say. Each client tells all the other clients, including the server, what it's doing. And that is that's not a very secure way of handling this. So once we get more functionalities such as crafting, such as you know, currency and money, economics, and so on, we probably want to make sure all communication goes only to the server and not client to client. It's something I have noted down. I'm not going to do anything about it just yet. We will need to do some other work which is more important. Let's see if I can find some of that work. I have a little to-do list using Notepad++. So what I'm working on right now is setting up the server-side harvestable entities, which I have renamed to environmental, I think, entity loading and deloading. Currently we are loading all the chunks and whatnot completely fine, but we're not deloading it. So if I just keep moving forever and ever, all of these little entities here, well, not the pistols, well, pistol also, like the tree and the stick and the pebbles you can pick up and the rocks, which are somewhere in the rocky hills. Let's see if we can't find a rocky hill area. Here we go, here's the rocks. Now those you cannot pick up, those you have to mine. And we're not deloading that, so let's see if we can't get that to work. I'm a little bit unsure how I'm going to test this to verify it works. No, I do know. I'm gonna close the web browser version of this. I've also been planning a little bit to see how our flow is going to work. That, you know, the splash screen, you know, what that does, the main menu, what we have there, and so on and so on. Let's see. Okay, the server. Let's turn off the HTTP server and turn on the client. And the reason I'm doing this because I need to make sure we can listen to the port first. Hold on. let's make it a little bigger. So we have a very small window here. 1 second. Where's the... Give me 1 second. Ah, never mind. Okie dokie. So when I run this, I will... Well, after I change the port. I forgot about that. Within a 10-second interval. Let's see... network. There it is. Is it limits? No, wait, this is the project setting. It's probably the editor, I think. Yeah, here it is. It should be... There it is, debug. Let's change this to something else. It doesn't matter what, just something else that's not used. Okay, so now when we run this, we will get access to a remote scene tree. Without changing that port, you will not have access to this. So if you get an error down there, you won't find that either. When I connect to the server, I will now have access to the scene tree that is displayed on the right side in our game. You know, I'm going to disable the mouse lock, because currently the mouse is locked inside the game, but I realize it's an inconvenience while we are developing this game. Let's see, where do I do that though? I don't know where I did that. Scenes, maybe main? No, it can't be there. Probably in the world scene itself. So if you go to the world, open the scene, take a look in the script here. Let's see. No, not here. Oh, chunks? No. Where did I put that? Could it be the debug? Nah, it's not there. Perhaps on the player. Why would I put it there though? Why would I put it there? Player. What? Huh. I have no idea where I put that constraint. Let's see if I can search. Mouse... Something mouse? Mouse something? Input. No. Well... Input. Wrap mouse position. Yes, here they are. Mouse mode confined. This is the one we're using. Let's see if I can't search that up and find it in the project. We have it. It has to be here somewhere. Ah, there it is. On the player. Let's disable that so we don't have to worry about tabbing out and everything when we play the game. So right now when I run this, the mouse is free to leave. And that will help us a lot. Let's see. So we have a stick and we have trees. And we are... What position are we at? Let's see if we can go closer to 0, 0. In the top left, you can see the coordinates. Okay, so we have a tree close to this position. Let's see what you can find in the remote worlds. Chunk, environment. What is... Wait, what is that? What is this? What is that thing? Oh, it's a timer. Ah, yes, that's the timer we're using to send messages to the server. Although I did think I disabled that. Hold on. I thought I disabled that on the client because it will only be the server that's going to be calling the client to ask whether or not we have a new chunk or not. Let's see. Now there are many environmental objects here. My god. It's gonna be difficult to find though. I guess we can just take a look at one and keep note whether or not that disappears when we walk far away. Because what we want to happen is once we walk far enough, this thing is going to unload itself because we don't want everything in memory once we load a new chunk. But I suspect this list is just going to increase and increase and increase. And it's quite long right now. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That means we have duplicate values. Yeah, I gotta make sure to fix that. We need every... What can I say? Name on the node to be unique, so we can communicate one-to-one. Because if I were to approach this node, that node can be a tree, it can be a pebble, it can be a stick or whatever. If I approach that node is the one that's going to be handling the communication and interaction. So when I approach this node is going to pop up or show us a message, pick us up, press E to pick us up or something like that. Or maybe it'll glow or some sort of indication that tells us that this is something we can interact with. And this is the node that's going to be doing the job. We're not going to implement any functionality in the player based on the entities we create, because that would be a nightmare to maintain. Imagine having a if else, or elif in Godot script, which is if else rather, and handling all the new things we add and keep adding. That would be a nightmare. And therefore, instead of the player interacting with the object, it's going to be the object that interacts with the player, and that way the object can own the functionality. So whatever we want the object to do, the object will do that, not the player. All we do on the player is make sure that the object connects to the player, or rather not connects to the player, but that we emit a signal from the player. So when the player emits an interaction button, when the player presses E near an object that may have some sort of functionality, that object is going to know about it, because we are signaling to the object, because that object is hooking up to our signal. So whatever object we're approaching, it's going to hook up to our signal. So if I were to attack this, if I wanted to chop this tree down, and we don't have any, let's say, chopping mechanic in the player script, except perhaps attacking with the weapon. So you would emit sort of an attack signal. Then that tree would know about it, and then it will check, okay, is it hitting me? Yes or no? Okay, it's hitting me. Okay, let's talk to the server and ask if this player can damage us and cut us down, you know? But we're not that far yet. We haven't even fixed the levels yet. We can't even go under the tree. We're on top of the tree now, and that looks silly. Now, nodes such as these, I'm not going to be adding a collision box to pebbles, because it's pebbles. You'll walk on them, you know. Trees, however, you will not be able to walk through. And there is a trunk under there. You just can't see it yet. And the same goes for these stone nodes. Not the pebbles, but the stones. You will not be able to pass around those. Those are solid objects as well. So handling... Let's see, I have to write this down, because we have quite a bit to do today. So we have to handle deloading. And we have to handle the naming. We need to make sure that every single node name is unique. We could use a timestamp and add that as part of the name, just to make sure the names remain unique. The problem here that this is a duplicate. 140th duplicate of this item. We have 140 of these items somewhere now in this ginormous long node list. And we will be cutting this list down significantly once we get further ahead and reduce the size of range we would want these entities to spawn, you know? Let's see. Okay, let me shut this down and do a little thinking. Okay, first priority is to get rid of the things. We need to get rid of them. One way or another. That means we have to go to the server, because the server is the one that sends all the information to the player and telling it what to do. Unless... Hold on. No, I think we can do this. If I make the server add a list of those things we are deleting and sending that also to the player, that way the player can then just delete it. But that only works if we use the same names, and that is what I'm worried about right now. Where's my one-day-old coffee? You have to go to the chunk script, I believe. Yeah, here it is. Let's see, when we start the server, we populate the world dictionary. The world dictionary is just the variables, the configuration values, such as these. We add them into a world dictionary, which is this one. Then we build the noise. Then we use these variables to build the noise profile. The noise is just the randomization that allows us to procedurally generate things and making it consistent. So whenever you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are gonna get the same level as I am in this game. And we are currently using 2 different noise profiles. One is for the background, for the water, for the dirt, for the grass and stone. This one are the items we have been using so far, which is the tree, stick, rock and pebble. And the reason we can use this noise for all these 3 things is because it's so sporadically placed, like salt, like a little salt on the map. So all we do is we make sure that this noise is used within the confined zones of the initial noise. So when we are on grass, we make sure to only place trees on the grass. So if we are within the grass noise range from this one, we will also then check or use this one to pepper on the trees, sticks or whatever. And this is the timer I mentioned that are apparently still on the client. I don't think we want that on the client. Let me write it down before I forget. Let's see. So when we load chunks for players, when do we do that? Yeah, we load chunks for players pretty much every 1 second. We then go through a list of the players and send that player node into load chunks. And that player node contains the information such as peer ID, which is the network ID, which is unique for every time you join the server. You're gonna get a unique and new peer ID. It's not a player ID, it's just connection ID. And that's what you use to communicate, by the way. And it contains the username and whatever else we would want to care about, such as player position, because we are synchronizing the player position with the server and everyone else, which I did mention earlier. We may want to stop and just make everyone connect and communicate with only the server. So what we're doing now is we make sure that every player has a empty dictionary of tree, rock, stick, and pebble. And this is the dictionaries, the lists, I guess you can call them also, of items we have loaded in the world, such as trees or whatever. And every player has his own list of items, because players can be on the separate side of the map. They would have their own, area of things to interact with, And therefore, I made sure that every player has its own list of things they can interact with. Whatever's around them, that's what the list should contain. So what we are trying to do right now is to make sure that we can remove things from this list. The best way to do that, now that's the real question. In our code, assuming we haven't just spawned, in which case we do a forceful spawn player, which we spawn all the 9 chunks around us and items. However, if we have a previous chunk stored, it means we are in the game already, and we have hopefully moved somewhere. And that is what we do here. If we have a previous chunk stored, meaning the zone we're in, if you're still in the starting zone and haven't moved at all, this will not trigger again. It's only gonna trigger while you move around. So if you move to one zone to another zone, we're gonna check previous chunk if that's the same as the current chunk, and if it's not, we're gonna make sure to load the new chunks around the player. So it will always have a total of 9 chunks, which is just zones. I guess I should open Krita to do some drawing at some point. Let's see. Let me prepare a beautiful piece of art. It's a bit too small here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's a bit too many, but that's fine, I guess. It may be good to illustrate with this many. Maybe, you know what, let me undo. I'm not happy with that one. One more time. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, this is enough. So when you spawn, you will be spawning always in the middle zone of whatever position you're in. Now that can be the middle, and then you would, that would be this. So you're gonna spawn these around you every time you spawn. And when you move, you're going to be spawning the 3 ahead of you. And keep these and unload the last one. So you always have 9 around you. And you're always going to be in the middle square. Because you will keep unloading and loading new chunks around you. So you always have some things around you, you know. Trees, rocks, rivers, or who knows. Let's see. So what we need to do, we are currently loading the data, and that seems to be working just fine. Because we are populating the tree dictionary. When we generate a chunk, we ask the player node for the dictionary. So we get a reference to that. We don't create a new one, we don't create a new one. We keep modifying the existing one, which the player has stored in itself. Let's see if I can't find a use case. Yeah. So we are storing the new nodes in our dictionary, which contains this information. The node, which is the instance. The instance is used only for the server. This does not transmit. It's not usable at all at the client side, because it will just be I think it's an integer on their side. However, you will get the position, a name of the instance, and a noise value. And this noise value is what's used to generate the randomization on that tree. So the tree will be the same type of tree, or it doesn't even have to be a tree. It can be a rock formation, you know. So it makes sure that everyone will have the same randomization without the server having to keep that into memory, you know. And that works fine. At the end of this, we send the information to that player with the stick dictionaries and whatnot. Now, where do I send it though? ID, something ID. I don't know where I send it though. I'm sending it somewhere. From somewhere. Load chunks, that's the one. Yes, when we call this function, we are sending a signal. The server is sending a signal to that player, telling it to load the chunks with this information. That is the dictionary of our own player, and every player has its own dictionary. What we need another function. Let's name it deload chunks. And that's going to do the opposite. So what I'm really trying to figure out is whether or not to send new dictionaries, completely new dictionaries. Or whether or not I should simply call this and then do a comparison on the client side. Oh my god. Thank you for following. I appreciate that very much. So when we deload, are we going to do it separately, or are we going to use the same function on the client? Are we even deloading the... Hello, sorry, Camilio14. So when we deload, are we removing the chunks? I don't remember. Let's take a look. Let's boot up the client and see. Okay, there you can see the tree spawning in Afterworld. Okay, if you make it a little bigger. Are we removing chunks? Now that is a good question. Can I even count the number of contents we have set in our map? I don't know. I guess we have to check the code. I'm happy you think that. Still, we're only 3 weeks in. We have a lot of work, more work to do to get this to even be a game. It's still not a game. You can just move around. That's all you can do right now. But we're getting the fundamentals in place. And without good fundamentals, you will never have a good game. Hey, no problem. You don't need English to understand game. New game. Game good. Someday. Soon. So when we load chunks, what's happening? What's happening here? Oh, interesting. That is not good. Hold on. This is not where we load chunks, is it? No, this is not it. Let me take a look. Player, procedural generation. Okay, we do have a timer, and that loads the chunk. Timers. Oh, no, we may have to fix that, maybe. No, we don't. This is the world map, that's fine. I have tutorials, but that's on YouTube, and they're, you know, they're kind of old now. I don't know if that works. Sorry, I wrote it in the wrong chat. Let me try it out. Give me a second to find the real chat. YouTube. There we go. You found it. That's great. I do intend to work on tutorials while having pauses from these projects once in a while. The plan is that every 2 weeks I will take a couple of days of break and see if I can't produce some tutorials from the content I'm working on right now. Last time I didn't have enough content that is ready because I'm still trying to work this out, and we haven't gotten so far that we can truly, well, that I can teach you something that I know is going to work long term. So I'm hoping to get a bit further before I even start with tutorials again. Background map, world, client, chunk, load environment. For each tree, yeah, this is the environment, yes. So this is what we do with the data we get from the server. So now I'm wondering, what can we do to make sure we can delete? Is there a way to get a difference? But that means we also have to store this locally on the client. I guess that's fine. I have no Discord, sorry, not yet. Maybe someday. Someday perhaps, but not yet. We haven't gotten that far yet. Once I have a game up and running and people can try it out for themselves and give me feedback or complaints or whatever, then I will probably consider making a Discord channel. Until then, I will just do a little gaming, little developing every day, and we'll see how far we get. Let's see. Loading environment. Load chunks. Chunks and environment are two completely separate things at this point. At least as far as the client is aware of. So with a dictionary, if I were to use the same function, I would have to check a difference. And I'm wondering, is that something the server should do or should the client do this? Okay, let's for the sake of testing, see what happens if we do this on the client. I do think it's better to put the job of calculating on the client if I can. But at the same time, doing that will make it a little slower. I don't know. Okay, let's store the dictionary here. By default, it's going to be empty. So we're gonna set that dictionary every time we load the environment to our majestic world. So when we spawn, we're gonna store all of this in the dictionary, and when we move far enough, the server is gonna tell us to load in new data. And when that happens, we're gonna get a new list of data. And having that new list, I would like to be able to compare that data and figure out what is we no longer need. Let's see. Where's the client at? The client is somewhere. There it is. There's the client. Dictionary, and then we use it. And for each dictionary, you instance the things and you add it to the scene. However, there's something more we can do with this. Yes. Now, if I understand my own code correctly, I'm setting the dictionary to be ourself, and then I'm getting the references from that dictionary and iterating through them. However, having this information, I believe I can set a few values back onto the dictionary, so I can use it again later on. So for example, if I wanted to use a tree dictionary, no, hold on, a value is a dictionary. This is a dictionary, yes. So let's store the node there. That's going to be the tree. So when I call rockdist node, or not rockdist, but the value node, I will get the reference to this instance which we have placed in our own client. And if I do that for all of these dictionaries, then I can compare early on what the changes is and remove and create and get a new dictionary from that, and then just iterate through the nodes and removing them. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So before we have to set this, we have to get the dictionary difference somehow. Now how? I have no idea. I have no idea. Not yet. We'll get there. Let's make sure to store them first. So on this one, let's store the node key with the value of rock. And we'll do the same for the stick and the pebble. And these are only references. It doesn't take a lot of space, you know. It's not like you're having a copy of that node somewhere. We're just storing an address. There we go. Let's see, how are we going to check the difference on a dictionary? Do we have some inbuilt functions we can use? I don't know. I could just Google it. And I keep saying Google it when I mean ducking it. Duck-duck-going it, I don't know. Duck-going it, I don't know. Googling has such a more... it's more expressive. Searching for it. I don't know, searching for it sounds weird. Compare dictionaries. Oh, well, not exactly what I wanted. I would like to get a difference though. Has all, interesting. Huh. I guess we have to do some searching. We have to find the solution to this. Where are the rocks at? There they are. Hello, rocks. Let's search. Godot Engine. Dictionary. Difference. I'm sure we'll find something. Dictionary. Get dictionary difference. I was hoping there was a quick and easy way to do that instead of having to manually iterate through the dictionary and, well, check it. I could just do that manually. Yeah, I think the way to do it is just to iterate through it. It doesn't seem to be a very quick and easy way to just get difference. Let's take a look. Chunk, where's the chunk script? There it is. Okay, so we have a dictionary now, right? So we want a difference. So let's work on our own dictionary as the main dictionary we're going to iterate through in order to get the differences. So what I want to do is, for each key in dictionary, for each key we want to check if the new dictionary does not have that. If it does not have that, we want to add that to our new list, because that list is going to contain the stuff we want to remove. So in our old dictionary, that we have whatever entities we may have had before. Let's see. I may have to rename this. Yeah, because they have a bit too similar names. So I'm gonna use underscore. There we go, and then we use the self dictionary. That's fine. That's fine. That's a good way to do it. Let's see. So for each key in our own dictionary, if our dictionary, well, no. If the new dictionary has the key, well, then we're not going to do anything then. So I guess what we should do is, if it doesn't have that key, if that new dictionary does not have the key from our own dictionary. Now, I don't know if this is correct. I still have to think. Hold on. Hold on, wait, no, hold on. Yeah, because we want to save only the values we have in this dictionary. So if we, my bad, this dictionary. If the new dictionary does not have any of the keys we have already stored, then we want to remove that from our own dictionary. I'm hoping that's correct. So we have to remove the key with the value of whatever the value was, which is just dictionary key. So we are creating a new and empty dictionary that's going to contain the values in our current dictionary that is not in the new updated version, because that's the version that's correct. The solution, the master, or whatever you want to call it. And we have to remove it from our own dictionary now. So once we have added it there, let's make sure to erase the key. Yes. So we no longer has it in the solution. And when that is done, when we have the keys we no longer care about, I'm just blatantly setting the new dictionary on our old dictionary and then add all the values all over again. And I realized that's not a very efficient way of doing that. We should be doing the same as we were doing previously. Possibly. By keeping what we have in common, removing what we don't have in common, and adding what we don't have at all. Let's see. Let's make another dictionary. It's gonna be the dictionary to add. And this list is gonna contain the things we do want to add, such as the tree number 55, or whatever. So if the new dictionary does not have the key in our own and old dictionary, we then add it to the removal dictionary to but if it does have, then we also don't want to do anything. Let's see, hold on. Okay, elif. If our new dictionary has the key we already have, we're gonna do nothing. Right? And else, we want to add it. We're gonna store that key. Well, wait. No, this is not correct. Because we won't be getting new keys while iterating through this. That's not gonna work. This will only work for this. So if our new dictionary does not have an old key, we're gonna remove it. So we have to do another iteration. So for each key in the new dictionary, I think, if our, what can I say? If what? Hold on. If we already have that key, because we have removed all the keys we no longer have in common, so we removed the old one. But if we have it in common, we don't want to do anything. We don't want to re-add it. You know, we want to make sure we only add what we need to add in the new areas and ignore the ones we already have. So let's see. If we have something, if we have a dictionary has whatever key we have in a new dictionary, we are not gonna do anything. Else we have to do the thing, we have to add it. So I can just reverse that, like so. What happened there? How did I do that? Copy this one. So if it doesn't have that, that means this is a new thing. We want this thing. Let's add it. Key equals to the value of this thing. Yes. Hold on. If the new dictionary does not contain the key, oh my god. Hold on. Oh. I may be messing this up. I have to think about this a little bit. Okay, for each key in our old dictionary. Let me rename this to old dictionary. So I can be even more explicit and less confused about whatever I'm doing. I will be changing this probably. Oh. Let's see. Okay, going through our old dictionary. Need to think. If the new dictionary does not have a key that we have, we want to remove it. Yes, that's correct. The new dictionary, let's rename this to new dictionary. New dictionary. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent. If a key in the old dictionary does not exist in the new dictionary, we want to remove that. So this is dictionary to remove. Yeah. Yes. And then we erase that key in the old dictionary. But we don't need to erase any keys in the old dictionary because we're gonna add a new dictionary. So I can ignore this, I believe. I do believe. Because the old dictionary we don't care about. We just want to know the differences at this point. So now we have a dictionaries of the old keys that no longer exists. So how am I going to do the other way? So if this is a new thing, how would I know if it's a new thing? Well, it's the same logic, and that's what confuses me. No, it's not the same logic, it's the opposite. Yes, here's a new key in our new dictionary. If our old... Yes. If our old dictionary does not contain this new key in the new dictionary, we want to add that. Yes, this is correct. I was correct. It's just a little difficult to wrap your mind around, you know? It's a lot of wrapping involved. And when that is done, we don't need to use this for anything. We just have to use the dictionary to add and dictionary to remove. And dictionary to add is what we would use here. Setting it right here. I don't even need to do... Well, I do have to save the new dictionary and turn that into an old dictionary at the end of this. In order to allow us to properly do this logic over again and over again and over and over again. And having done this, this ensures that every dictionary, every old dictionary is going to contain the nodes we do want to remove. And that just made me realize that I can just remove it right here, can't I? Yeah, I can. So this key has a node which we can queue free. And that will make this go poof into thin air. Gone. No more. No more keys. But But you also have to make sure to erase this. Otherwise, it's gonna stay here forever. And what we have to remove is just the key on the old dictionary. Except no, we don't have to, because we're gonna replace the dictionary. Haha, excellent. Even better than expected. So let's remove that one. Yeah, easy. Let's take a quick look. See if we can get this to visualize this a little better. Oh, we spawned in the middle of a stony area. Excellent. The last place we logged out. So there is still persistence. That's good to know. Let's see. Let's take a little walk. Let's see how the performance is affected currently. I'm going to go to about 0, 0 in the X position, which is top left. Now, I don't know how much you can see of the camera right now. Is that okay? It's okay. I mean, I'll move to the left. Make it easier. So on the top left, we have the positions X and Y. So I'm going to start at 0. I'm going to stop and reopen this. And then I'm just going to keep moving to the right. And keep in mind, we don't have any collisions yet. We will get there once we have the fundamentals in place. And we are getting there. We are so close. Having something we can sort of kind of call a game. Just keeping an eye for, well, frames to suddenly go crazy. We're starting to see a little lagging here, little kind of stops, kind of small creases here. So we are at 5,000 position. Yeah, now we see stops. Now it's pretty much stopping for almost a second here. So now we know when we reach about 5,000 in X, we are gonna be, stopping and freezing a little bit, and that's not very good. And it doesn't matter what direction we go now, because it's already in memory. All the data in memory. Luckily, the environment, the background is fine. We are handling that. So let's let me stop at 5,000 and go left again. And we should expect the same behavior when we go left if it doesn't work. But this will work, I hope. Hold on. Old dictionary, old dictionary, old dictionary. Yeah, we're not setting... Are we? Hold on. Yeah, no, we should be doing this now. Did I not restart? Hold on, let me print. Removing node with key. When we load environment, the cert gives us new dictionary. For each key in the old dictionary, if the new dictionary does not contain that key. Wait. Wait. Yes, this is correct, Because we're checking only the keys in the old dictionary, in our own memory. If the new dictionary does not contain any of the keys in our old memory, guess what? Remove it. Cut it down in half, in 4 pieces, until it's dead. So for each key in the new dictionary, if the old key doesn't have that key in our new dictionary, that means we want to add it to our scene. Adding. So I should be able to replace this with this. Wait. 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 I'm doing this wrong. Old dictionary is a dictionary of dictionaries which contain dictionaries. Let me say that one more time. The old dictionaries is a dictionary of dictionaries containing dictionaries. Okay, let me say it a third time. Old dictionary is a dictionary containing the tree dictionary, the rock dictionary, etc. And within those dictionaries, such as the tree dictionary, we have a dictionary containing the node, it contains the position and all that. So what I have to do is I have to do another iteration of this. I have to go deeper, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. So for each key in our old dictionary. I'm practically just iterating through these now. So let's take it one step further and do it this way. If we don't have this key in the tree dictionary, we want to remove that from the new dictionary's tree dictionary. Yes. So if the new tree dictionary does not have the key from the tree dictionary in the old dictionary, we remove it. I think that's right. And we have to do this 4 more times with all these. Unless I can do an iteration. Yes. Can I? I guess I can. Okay, let's see. If the key is equal to the tree dictionary. I mean, I guess we can do this. Can we? No. Let's pretend we don't know what it is. Let's pretend we don't know what it is. Let's see. If the new dictionary's key, our key, that's gonna be a tree dictionary or whatever. If I remove this. So if this is now the tree dictionary as the key, which will provide us with the all dictionaries. We have to do it the other way. If it has that key, okay, we have to do another iteration. Oh my God! If the new dictionary for each inner key in new dictionary key. This is where we do this check. My God. Okay, this iterates through this, and this. So if this new dictionary has tree dictionary, then we get the inner key for the tree dictionary. So we iterate through the keys to the tree dictionary. So this is the same as this, except this is the new one. So we iterate through the new dictionary. If our old dictionary with the key, so old dictionary, tree dictionary, inner key, one more step. Inner key does not exist. We want to queue freeing that thing. So if our old dictionary key does not pass the inner key, that means no, new dictionary. My God. If the new dictionaries the new dictionary has the inner key, everything is good. If it doesn't have that inner key, we want to remove it. Yes. My God. If the new dictionary, tree dictionary does not have the key. Yeah, now it's correct. Now it's correct. Now it's correct. I promise it's correct now. Okay, so if we now use this one, we don't have this. That means the old dictionary, we should remove that. Let's get the old, ye old dictionary. Old dictionary, which is the key, which is the tree dictionary, with the inner key. We're gonna access the node and queue freeing that. That should be correct. And all of this, just so we don't have to manually add if pdix do that, if proc that, do that, if stick that. My God. Okay, let's try it out and see what happens. Is it going to be good or bad? I don't know. Is it going to crash? I don't know. I'm a little worried, but we'll see. Let's just Let's walk towards the left and see what happens. I expect logging at some point. I'm getting worried because I don't see any logging. Yeah, this is wrong. Let's see. For each dictionary in an old dictionary, if the new dictionary has a tree dictionary, that one, sorry, that one. If new dictionary has a tree dictionary, then get the inner key, get the first key in the tree dictionary. And if our new wait. All dictionary? All dictionary. Yes, yes, this is great. If in our own tree dictionary key it's not contained, if the new dictionary doesn't have what we had, that means we're going to remove it. Yeah, now it should be correct, please. Tree dictionary, whatever number this is, and the node value. Yeah, let's try it. Oh my god. This is taxing. Okay, let's see. Let's keep moving towards the left. Oh, removing node. Excellent. I think it worked. Excellent. Removing node key pebble dictionary. Okay, let's excuse me. Let's go towards the right. No, let's keep going left. And let me undo the logging. Are we at 0? We are at 0. Let's go right. Let's see what happens. What I expect to happen is, if this works, we're not going to be lagging after we pass X is over 5,000. It's not going to be like 1 second frames freezing, which happened last time. Let's keep walking, take a drink, relax, chill out, hope for the best. Be worried that it's gonna freeze. We're not doing any significant freezes. There's a little, you know, a little lag here and there. No! Okay, we have something in our memory. Yeah, it's freezing. Okay, let's find out. What the hell is not... What are we not removing? All dictionary... And these are the things we add, right? We add these things. No, we don't. Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I still want to update the dictionaries completely, but I still want to only add these. But I'm not doing this correct. So for each key in a new dictionary, that would be tree dictionary, da da da. Okay, as long as hold on, let me think. As long as our old dictionary has the key. So as long as we have a tree dictionary or whatever. I don't think we really need to do this, but I'm gonna add it there just for so it's correct. If it has the key, we're gonna use the old dictionary key and see if it has a sort of key somewhere. But using a for each inner key in the new dictionary key, I think. Hello, Kaiden. Welcome back. We're still working on procedural generation. It's taking a little bit of a turn because we have some issues unloading entities. And that's just because this kind of logic messes with my head. And I mean, it is easy. I mean, it's not difficult. It's just when you read it, it all jumbles in your mind, you know? With a new dictionary, old dictionary. So for each tree dictionary, okay, this is now a tree dictionary. Okay, if old dictionary has a tree dictionary, good. That means we have this in the old one. Then for each inner key in a new dictionary, so for each tree dictionary, for each key in the tree dictionary, if our old dictionary, tree dictionary does not have that new key, that means that's something new we're gonna add. Yes. So we're gonna add the new dictionary key, inner key. That's the value we want to add. And inner key. We're gonna store it in the dictionary to add inner key. So in this dictionary we contain the items directly. This is so mind-boggling. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm setting a new value. Inner key is just an ID. Whatever ID that is, I don't know. And we want to add that ID, which I don't know what is. But in order to do that, I need to separate them even further. Yeah, I need to add a dictionary on the dictionary, if you know what I mean. So okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do it? If the old dictionary has the key, we're gonna store that. We're gonna instantiate a new thing on this. So that means we want to store an empty dictionary on this key because we have this key now. And that way we should be able to do this. So when we do this, we make sure we only add the new dictionaries. Now we're still updating the reference on the old dictionaries, so we have all the things we want to care about. But while only adding what we really want to add on the new areas. We don't want to add everything else, you know, that we already have information about. So on the dictionary to add tree dictionary, which is stored here. This is now an empty tree dictionary right there. For example, the first time. Oh wait, that's not gonna be right. See, if you iterate through that, you're gonna empty that. Oh crap. If dictionary to add does not has key, then we do that. Like so. Okay, that solves that, I guess. What? Oh, there we go. So if our empty dictionary does not have this key, we then instantiate at least one time. Then for each, let's say, tree dictionary key, then we want to check, do the old dictionary tree dictionary contain that tree dictionary key? If it doesn't, that means it's a new thing we want to add, a new thing. So we will add a new thing to that dictionary to add, tree dictionary, and the key to that thing we want to add, and store the same thing there from the new dictionary. Yes, now it should be right. You see what I mean? Like, it's not difficult, but it's so like getting everything straight in your head, trying to figure out, you know, how to do this. Is not how to do it, but how to do it correctly. It's easy to do. I mean, it's not difficult, you know. It just takes time and brain. I don't have a lot of brain today. Started late on Sunday. So let's see. Let's try it out and see what happens. I have no idea. Let's keep booting the game up. Connected to server. Where are we? Oh, what happened? Oh, index error. Interesting. Dictionary, tree dictionary cannot be found on this one. Let's see. For each key in a new dictionary. Okay, this is now a tree dictionary, for example. If our old dictionary has that, we don't really need this. I'm gonna remove that one. because they're always gonna have that. And the same with this one. If the new dictionary has a 3D dictionary, it's always gonna have 3 dictionaries. I want to remove that as well, make it a little easier. So if so when the key is 3 dictionary, if our dictionary to add does not have a 3 dictionary, we're making sure to set a 3 dictionary with an empty dictionary. So we're storing, same as doing the 3 dictionary here, making sure we have that. So when we do this, this should be valid. It may be empty, but it should be valid. You know? And then once that's taken care of, for each inner key in the new dictionary, so for each, and this could be the 3 dictionary, for example. So this will be a node name, which is a key. If in an old dictionary does not have that node name key in the same 3 dictionary, this is also the 3 dictionary because it's always going to be the same. Then we want to make sure to add that because it's a new thing. We're then making sure to set a value on inside this dictionary by using this dot and then inner key. So the key inside this dictionary is going to be this, and the value of whatever is stored in this key is going to be the result of that, which is the new thing. And then we're done with the preparation. We have now removed the things we don't care about, and we have added the things we do care about. Having done that, we then replace our old lists with a new one, because we're done with that. We're not going to work with this anymore. So we then use the new dictionary in order to get the things we need to care about. So we get the tree dictionary, rock dictionary, stick and pebble, and then we iterate through them. And that should work, but for some reason it didn't seem to be working when I loaded initially. So I'm wondering if it is because for each key in the old dictionary, it's empty by default. So on the first iteration, this is empty. So there's not going to be any keys. Okay. So how about this? For each key in new dictionary, that's going to happen. So when we don't have that key in the dictionary to add, we then create a tree dictionary. And then for each inner key in the new dictionary, we're just working with the new dictionary here, except there. And this, yeah, this may be an issue here, right here. Because if we don't have that key here, because it's empty, this is going to be a returning index error. So what I have to do here is old as key and just to make sure this passes before we try this. Because so if our old dictionary has the key, we have a T dictionary, then we also check if it doesn't have the key. Hold on, wait, that's not right. It should be in a key. Yeah. Let's try it again. Let's connect to our own server and see what happens. So we are now at position 7,000 something. So if I keep moving left, after about 5,000 X's to the left, we expect there not to be lag if it works. And that's a question. If it works, I have no idea. No clue. Oh boy, there's something wrong happened. Queue free. Let's see, how did this happen? So we have stored something that didn't have a node. Value. So we have trying to remove something in the old dictionary. Ah, I see what the mistake is. We are referencing the dictionary to add and trying to set it there, and that's not gonna work because we have to set it in the old dictionary. We have to update this one, even though we iterate through only these items in the dictionary to add. So we have to make changes. Let's use the old dictionary. Let us see. Let's see. What do we need to do? Well, this is a 3 dictionary, so I can just do this. And then the key, which is the value. Well, it's not the value. We need a key to this. And because I'm using values, that makes it a little more difficult, doesn't it? Yeah, that makes it difficult. I have to change this to a key, I believe. Is it key or keys? Keys? Hold on, let me check this out. Are we storing keys or keys? Keys or keys? Keys with an S, okay. So for each key, let's get the value first. It's gonna be the tree dictionary key. So now we can keep the same flow, I believe. So we get the position from that value, we get the name, and then we want to set something else to it, don't we? And then I can just set it directly to the old dictionary, I believe. Hold on, no, this is not right. Hold on. Dictionary to add. We're creating a new dictionary, right? New dictionary, and then we add things to that dictionary. But we also are setting the reference to the new dictionary to the old dictionary. So I believe, shouldn't these references also reference to the same values you have in the old dictionary? You know? I don't know. Yeah, we should already have this. We already have these values. So what yeah, we have this. So now I need to do the key. So this refers to the contents. And then we have to set the node, which is going to be the instance, the tree instance, you know? I hope this is correct. I have no idea. No clue. Let's see, rock the instance. We set rock dictionary from dictionary to add rock dictionary. Yeah, it should be the same. Oh wait, hold on. I see what's going on. Oh, I see what's going on. Because we are using this value on the server side, and we are sending that with. Whew. So what I have to do is something completely different. Oh man, crap. What I mean is, in the new dictionary, I'm getting value on the node, but we're not really getting any value we can use because we cannot transfer a node from the server to the client. And what I want to do here is just save values on that same node key, on the same key. Yeah, the old dictionary should have all of these set, but this is what was supposed to do that. By storing the rock into the value key. I'm worried that this doesn't work properly, but let's try it out. Let's change this to keys. So for each key in value something something, then you'll get the value right there. Like so. Let's try this way. Comment this one out and do this. Very strange. Okay, yeah, this should work. This should work, I hope. Let's see, key. Yeah, for each key value. Yeah, now we get the value. And then we update values, do the thing. We store that by overriding the node key. hopefully it works. Let's try that. Let's try that, see if we get an error or not. Okay, 6,000. So let's go left until we reach 1,000 or less. That's crap. I was just going to yeah. I was just about to say it's too good to be true. Let's see, dictionary to add. Yeah, 94 entities. These are the full values of all the things around us in all the 9 chunks. And in here we are storing a node value. This is nothing to us. This is just an encoding object as ID, because we can't send that from the server. Only the server uses this. But I'm not going to bother filtering this out when sending this to the players themselves, because it will take more effort to do that than to just send it with. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to override this value, but that doesn't seem to work. Now why is that? Let's see. So the old dictionary, what have we stored in the old dictionary? Let's take a look. Dictionary to add 0. Where's the old dictionary? There it is. Size 4. Yeah, we have quite a few things here. Let's look at the pebbles. There doesn't seem to be that many of them. And these are the keys, by the way. We are just storing the positions themselves because they cannot overlap. Or so I thought. Yeah, why am I not... This is strange. Hold on. Let me do a breakpoint here. Let me restart. I want to figure out what's going on here. Really? That's not good. So you're loading all of this without going in here. That may explain why why it's not working. Let's see. Yeah, this is very strange. How are we loading the environment without going here? Do I have any other variables I do this from? Load chunks. No, I should not be. I mean, loading chunks is separate from the environment anyway, so that shouldn't have anything to do with it. What's happening in spawn? What's happening here? Generate chunk. Yeah, that works the way we want it to. That's fine, nothing wrong with that. So why are we not... Hold on. Are these empty? Is that what you're telling me? That's why you never do this. We never... What? Yeah, we have to do this, otherwise it wouldn't be added. Let's walk. Okay, I can't see any things here. Ah, here we go. What the hell? I am so confused. Why did we get here but not here? When are we loading environment? Hold on, something is really fishy. Yeah, when you do a remote chunk loading, this happens. This should be happening immediately. But not just chunk themselves. This should be load environment, I guess. Not chunk. Let's update that. Let's go to our server, fixing that there as well. Load chunks. It should be load environment and deload environment. We're not using this yet, so this is it's not going to interfere with anything. Okay, let's start the server again. Let's restart and take a look. So when we load environment, we go in here. Inside the chunk function, load environment, we get a new dictionary. We do the things we need to do. And then we're supposed to iterate through this. But something is really strange. Wait, it is stopping. Okay, it is stopping. But that's why we couldn't find anything. Let's see. What's the key to jump? F11. Let's try it out. Okay, for each key, the old dictionary should be empty. Yes. So we're gonna skip this. We're not gonna remove anything because we don't have anything to remove just yet. We'll get there. I hope. So then we iterate to each key. If our dictionary to add does not have the key, we're gonna add a key, and then we create key. And key should be tree dictionary. Yes. So now the new key has the dictionary, and we iterate through the inner key. So we iterate through the tree dictionary. So for each inner key in our tree dictionary, we check if our old dictionary has that key. If it has that key. Oh, I see what's wrong. Hold on. I think I see what's wrong. Yeah, the old dictionary doesn't have that because it's empty. And the old dictionary does not have that key, so we're gonna skip this altogether. Yeah, it's iterating through this. Let me just jump here. Play. What the hell? Yeah, we get here now. So now we save the new dictionary to old dictionary, and this is now empty. Yeah, it's empty. We're storing nothing because we haven't. Because of this. Oh my god. You have to do an OR. If this does not have the key. But if it doesn't, hold on, wait. Yeah, if it doesn't have that key, that means this is the first run. All other times we will always have that key. We will always have a tree dictionary stored every time. But the only time when we don't have that key, that means we haven't stored anything before. We've never gotten here before. Then this is correct because we want to add pretty much everything. Everything in the dictionary we want to add. So we want this to be through the entire loop by adding in a key to the tree dictionary and value and store the value. First key, second key, and the value. And then we set the new dictionary to old dictionary. So next iteration, this will always be false, and then we will check this. Okay, do we have a key? If we don't, we're not going to do that. But if we do have that key, which is a tree dictionary, I realize I don't need to check that. Do I? Hold on. No, I don't need to check that. I can just do this. If we don't have a key, then we go in here. If this is false, that means we do have this. Then we can do this. Yes. Let's try it again and see what happens. What's wrong with this one? Oh my god. Okay, breakpoint, I hope. Yes. Let's skip all the breakpoints for now and see if we can't load this without crashing. There we have things. Excellent. We have things loading again. Wonderful. Let's go left. Let's go west to Morrowind. What's that east? East to Morrowind. I don't know. Ah, crap. Why does this happen? Oh, okay. It happens because why? No. There should be always. You should always store this. No, I see. Oh, that's why. Because we're. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. No, this code is wrong. This code is wrong because we are setting everything directly, and that means we are going to be overriding the previous values we may have had. When we store the node ourselves. So this is wrong. It's wrong. Okay, that means we have to rethink how we're gonna do this. Dictionaries to add, dictionaries to remove. We do remove them. Perhaps what we should do is just maintain this while iterating through this instead of setting it directly. So what we have to do is also removing this key from this dictionary, because we're not going to be setting that. So we are going to do dot erase and that key. That removes it from our old dictionary. That maintains this part. But we also have to add it right here. So every time we add something, whatever, we also want to add it to our big dictionary. So old dictionary key, inner key. It's a bit inconvenient having double values, but that's the only way I can imagine right now, just to keep a single source of truth while separating it into another dictionary, so we can just iterate through that with the keys we only want to add. So this should hopefully be fine. Let's try it out, I guess. Oh no. Oh no. Cannot find 3? Ah, yes. Okay, so yeah, if we don't have that key, we need to add that key. There we go, solved. And then a separate check if our old dictionary does not have that key. We want to make sure to add that because it's new. So we add it to a new dictionary, we add it to our old dictionary. It's the same reference, so this is fine. Okay, one more time. Go for the gold. Ah, here, this thing spawned. A tree, a stick, another stick, another pebble, and more trees. Excellent. Where am I? I'm at 4,000. Let's go left and see if something bad happens. Or good. Hopefully we're gonna be deloading now properly, so we can keep moving forever without suddenly having a lot of objects in memory. And in case you're wondering, there's no collision yet. We're still working. We're still working on the fundamentals, which is currently a procedural generation. So far so good. There haven't been many issues that I can see. Hello, trees. Well, so far so good. I think it's working. Maybe I'm too optimistic about it, I don't know. Let's just keep moving for a while and see if it stops and crashes and something, I don't know. Let's go down a little bit, let's go down, why not? Let's go down. So far so good. It's looking very good. Oh, a message. Well, I think we got this to work. Just in case, I'm gonna keep walking a little bit. Because there maybe we have 1 or 2 items that doesn't get filtered out for whatever reason. Then I would like to verify that. Can I full screen this? Let's see. There we go. The downside by this is you can't see the entire screen because I'm flipping between left and right side. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. Let's keep walking on the trip. So this is the grassland. That's why it's a lot of nothing. Grass. Hold on. Are we not spawning anymore? Did we find an issue? Hello? 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 There's nothing here? Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Wait. Well, at least we have some scenery here. That's good. There's no things. No. Okay, let's see. remote, world, chunks, environment. We still have a lot of environment though. What's the position of these? Minus 3000, 2000 something. Where am I? I am way up. So what's happening here is that we have items that we are not deleting. And for whatever reason, it doesn't seem we're loading new items either. So there's something very off going on here. Now that may have something to do with the issues. Well, I doubt it, but they may have something to do with issues that we have duplicate hashes. So we need to rework this. So let's see, how am I going to figure this out? Yeah, we have items all over the place. 1000, 2000. Yeah, definitely. I think there are names that are the problem right now. Let me close the client and try out something on the server side. So when we store data, let's see, where can that be? There we go. Okay, this is the removal of the chunks on the server side. Generation. So this piece right here, we are setting the instance name to be a hash of the instance itself, but there seems that it's not unique enough to do that. So I have to add something to that to make it completely unique. And to be honest, it doesn't matter what we put here. What's important is that it's not the same as something else. What I can just add is a you know, OS time or something. Get time, time. UTC. Yeah, always UTC. I guess UTC is fine. Let's add a string wrapper to that. So what's gonna happen is gonna get a very long name, I think. Maybe. Oh, I see what's wrong. I see what's wrong. There we go. One more. Too many there. Okay. Let's copy paste this a few times and see what we get from this. There we go. Let's try it again, see what happens if I run this. Are we gonna get success today or pure failure? Ah, we have trees. That's good. That's good. That's a good sign. I'm curious what the names are. Let's see. World, chunk, tile map. No, not tile map. Background. Ooh. Well, that's not a very good name, I think. Yeah, because they're gonna be the same anyway. Okay, let's find a different string to add to those. There has to be another string we can use. I guess I can use randomize, but even then there's a chance we get the same values. I would like a nano time or something. Time, OS, time. Ah, it returns a dictionary. I see, I see. Get ticks msec. I guess we can use this. Yeah, why not? Let's try this. USEC. So it gets the amount of time passed in microseconds since the engine started. And that is fine. It should be unique enough to ensure that every time when you create a thing on the server side, we make sure the names are the same for both the clients and the server. There it is. String OS, not get time. Let's try get ticks music. There we go. Let's try running it again. Let's see if we can get the client up. Let's try this in the browser. I haven't tested it in the browser in a while. Let's make sure. Ah, there it is. Now there's a little delay where you are in the void. There's no entities. We will fix that at some point, but that's a very minor inconvenience that's not really important to work on right now. Let's not spend too much time polishing when we need to spend time creating a game mechanic and all that things. Let's go left. Hold on, can I even... Ah, yes, okay, so that wouldn't work. Let me just park myself somewhere. 5,000, 1,000. Minus 5,000, 1,000. I'm gonna park myself here. I'm gonna minimize there and run it as a client. This is gonna be Ivan, yes, a second Ivan. Where am I? Okay. So now I should be able to view the remote. What do we have to look at? What the hell? Environment. There we go. Now that looks way more unique. Excellent. And it's not that many. It's like a handful. Can I see how many? Environment. There's no count or something like that. There's no option to see how many children there are. That would be nice if there were. I don't think there is. Or at least I suspect there are not. But we get a feel of how big it is by looking at the size of this one. Let's open a client and do some... Let's go on the trip. A little walk. And see what happens. What I expect to happen is... Oh boy. We're loading a lot more data there on the left side. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. That's good. You can see the little bar kind of jumping down and down. That's not a good sign. It may indicate that we're not deleting anything. Or at least not deleting enough. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we are not unloading anything here. Yeah, we have, let's see, oh boy. 3,000, 1,004. Well, that's pretty close. Let's find something in the middle. Yeah, this is way off. No way. Yeah, we're not removing this properly. We have to figure out to do that. Let's see. This is not working. This here is not working. How are we doing this? Okay, we are going through the old dictionary. Our dictionary of dictionaries. Can it be that keys themselves are not unique enough? No, that shouldn't happen, because no. At least not yet. So for each key, which is just a vector or something like that, in the, well, tree dictionary, for example. Because we do each dictionary. So for each tree, if our new dictionary does not have that tree anymore, if it no longer has that tree, we want to remove that tree. And then we want to erase that key from our old dictionary. Yeah, it should work. So I'm confused. 3. Okay, let's go right. Oh. Let's go, I don't know, bottom left. I don't know. Well, we're removing a few nodes. Wait. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? That seems like a very... It doesn't seem like we're removing enough nodes. You know? It feels like it's not enough. Am I... What? Right? I mean, look at this. We should be removing a lot more. Why are we not removing more? Why? Could it be because I'm iterating the old dictionary while removing it? That may be an issue. Okay. In that case, I guess I can do this again. I don't know what to name this. Let's add this to this. Yeah, that's right. I'm only gonna use the inner key for this. This is the ID. No, I need the crap. I need that as well. Oh man, this is a big inconvenience. Okay, key equals empty. If you don't have the key, we need to instantiate that at least once. And then we can keep using that by storing whatever value we have in the inner key. And that will be this value. Minus this. And if you're doing that, we might as well remove this after iterating through this. Maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. I have no idea, let's try. Wait, what am I doing? Hold on. Okay, for each tree dictionary, I want to remove this. Whatever it is, I want to remove it from the old dictionary. Erase. Crap, I need the inner key. Okay, fine. There we go. Like so. Let's try it again, see what happens. Okay, very good, let's move. Ah, there we go. Now we're looking a lot more than before. The reason we have this issue is because while we're iterating through the old dictionary, we are removing keys from the dictionary while it's iterating, and that messes everything up. So what we're doing now is we iterate through the old dictionary, we queue freeing it, meaning we're hopefully removing it from our own scene. And then we add the item we want to remove from the old dictionary into a separate dictionary until we are done removing nodes. Then we just iterate through the dictionary of the removable items and remove those items in the old dictionary. There may be a better way to do this, probably is. There are probably room for improvements here. Ookly dookly, let's try it out and see if it works. Let's go on the trip again. Let me open the world so we can keep an eye on this. Yeah, it's not that many. I mean, you can see this bar here, so you know, it should give us a little insight to this, to all of this. Let's go on a walk. I'm a little less optimistic right now. It doesn't seem that we are deleting as many as I would like to. Let's take a little pause here. Let's see. Minus 5,000. This is pretty close. Close, I think. This one is far away. Yes. Okay. So we're not removing everything. Now we're removing more than before. I mean, we're not removing that many either. It doesn't take that much. But apparently I'm not doing it right. So I'm wondering what's going on here. Am I? Oh, I see. Hold on. Where can I find this? Old dictionary. For each key in the old dictionary. For each inner key in the old dictionary, we iterate into everything in the old dictionary. Whatever we already have. Then we check the new dictionary. If the new dictionary does not have that key, that means whatever value we have in the old dictionary is something we want to remove. We want to remove it from the scene. And that's what we're doing right here. Right? And then if we don't have that key on the new dictionary, which I'm using to remove, then we add it. We first create it rather, and then we set the inner key, which we now have been queuing freeing. Queue free. We ran queue free on it. We store the value of this, which contains the value, which has to know the name or whatever, you know. And that should be fine. For each key in dictionary, remove item. For each inner key in the dictionary, remove items plus key. We erase that from our own dictionary. So dictionary, get free dictionary, for example, and then you have the key for this position. You remove it. Okay, let's do a little. Let's do a stop breakpoint here. So what's going on? What do we have? New dictionary has a size of 4. It has a lot of items. It has a lot of items. Hold on. The new dictionary we receive has a lot of items. Are you telling me that the error is on the server side? If that's the case, I'll be happy. It is. Good! It's not our problem, it's a server problem. Let's fix it. Let's close the server, client, and close the server. This is, by the way, some remnant of the UI I was working on the server. We're going to be fixing this later. Because on the server, you will be able to create your own seeds for the map. So you can take a look and navigate, see how it is, and whatnot. And we already have that support. Assuming I haven't broken it yet. I mean, that's a possibility. I want to take a look and see if it works. If I broke it or not. Yeah, here we go. So this allows you as the server host or whatever, you to run a sort of map generator. This is just a early prototype. I mean, everything is an early prototype. But it gives you a good impression of how it would look like if you were to use this seed. So for example, this is a world, a generated world, random, and infinite if you wanted to. And we have, you know, trees, we have the rocks and pebbles and all the things. And this is the way it's going to look for the client if you were to use these settings and the client would join your server. And if you were to change that, 1, 2, 3, it will completely and utterly change the layout of our world. That's kind of cool. It's kind of huge later. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's cool. Very good to know it still works. And the reason you see in this tree is because I haven't filtered it out. So when you start the server normally, usually you wouldn't see those things, but I haven't separated the images you see on this scene from the original world, you know? Let's close this and figure out why we're no longer removing the things we should be removing from the things. Let's see. When we generate a chunk, what do? We have a rock dictionary, we populate, and this dictionary just increases and increases and increases, and we doesn't seem to ever reduce the size of this. And this is per player, by the way. So that may mean, let's see. Remove chunk. No, that's not it. This one? Could that be it? Yeah, I should change the name here also. Load environment. Yeah. So this right here, what's happening? We are updating the 3 dictionaries, which we are getting from the player no dictionary. But we are apparently not removing this. So 3 dictionary erase. Hash position does not seem to work. Did I remove hash from the Yes, I did. That may explain why it's not working. Because I'm trying to remove something that doesn't exist on the server side. So let's fix that. Let's find the hashes and unhashing the hashes. And yeah, there was only the trees also that we had many of. So that wasn't so much work as I thought it would be. Let's try running the server once again and see if it works. If we get this to work today, I would say that today was a success. One step forward, you know, every day. Breakpoint reach. Let's turn it off. Let's full screen this and take a walk, shall we? Where shall we go? I don't know. Well, I do know where to go, actually. I do know where to go. And the answer is far away. And by the way, our current player is moving too fast. We are not going to move this fast in the game. And the camera may be a bit too close. We'll have to get a feel of this later once we start implementing the player mechanics. The next task we're going to be working on, once this works, is to fix the trees. Fix the stones and pebbles and make them its own thing. So when we approach this tree, we will collide with it. But not only will we collide with the trunk, we will change the way it looks. Like it will look like you're underneath it, is what I'm trying to say. And when you get close to this, I don't know, are we gonna have a pop-up that says press E to pick up, or are we gonna make some light? I don't know. But we will be doing a little research, and I found a game that may inspire me called Darkwood, which is a top-down 2D crafting game. And I bought it now recently because it was in a 20% discount on that. And I figured I can use that for testing. By the way, so far this is going really well. I haven't seen any performance issue, even when you walked minus 11,000. So let's move back. The real test will probably begin once I allow anyone to connect to the server using the browser. That's probably when we will experience server issues and possibly other issues that may be latency related. Yeah, it seems to be working really well. Let's take a look at the chunks. Chungus. Yeah, good. It's not that big. Seems to be about, you know, a decent size. Hello, Otto. Welcome back. We just finished our chunk and loading and deloading. I hope. It seems that way at least. So now we'll never have any issues with too many things in memory. We can walk forever in our infinite world that never ends. Let's see what's next in our to-do list anyway. Setting up this one, done. What else? Every entity knows you have a unique name. I think that's done also. I may also change the key to be the same. Change node key to be the name, which is unique. Remove timer on client. No, never mind. We're not gonna do that because that timer is used for the client side world generation. Character interactions. Ooh, now that would be fun. Let's see. What did I mean with that? What I meant is interactions with the entities. Yes, and it's really easy to do. Well, once you have done it. It's easy to learn, at least. Where am I? I want to go to 0, 0. So when I test with my other characters, I will at least be nearby. So we have been walking for quite some time now. Which way am I going? This way. Top right, yes. I should probably move the camera a bit out while we're testing this. Because it's still a bit too close, you know? There we go. I'm starting to recognize this place. Yes, the spawn area. Excellent. The guns. Excellent. Yeah, let's... let's zoom the camera a little bit out and see how it looks like. How it feels like, at least, you know? Maybe it'll feel better. Camera. There it is. Change the zoom to what? 0.4? Let's try that. Ah, yeah, this feels better, I think. Yeah, this range feels way better. Excellent. My gun now. Let's add collisions to these things. Well, not these pebbles, but the trees and the rocks. How are we going to do that? That may be difficult, but it doesn't. It's not. It's easy. You just open it and add a collision. Let's see. Harvestable. I should probably rename that as well. Yes. If I don't, it's going to be a nightmare later. Is there a quick rename function I can do? Let's see what happens if I run this. Yeah. Environment. Ooh, it works. Excellent. Yeah, this looks way better. It's cool. Now, what should we prioritize? I still haven't. I mean, I have an idea what I want to prioritize. We will be work on. Right now, we're gonna add collisions and add some basic interaction, and that basic interaction will be a pickup, like the gun. I go close, press E, it's gone. And we'll tell the server about it. And that involves anti-cheat and implementing that script which we already have created. So if I'm cheating and I have increased the pickup distance, it's not going to work because the server is the one with all the answers. And if you're not close enough, the server's going to know about it. But yeah, I want to pick up these. I want to pick up these. And I want to walk under this tree. Not on top of it. Like it's not even a tree at this point. It's just a carpet. Green carpet. The camera is better. I like the camera distance. It seems, you know, easy to work with. Let's see. Let's see. What to do? What to do? Environment. What are you thinking, Otto? What are you humming about? Now this is our beautiful tree. Look at this beautiful tree. It's magnificent, isn't it? It takes real artistic skill to draw this, you know? Considering how much time I used to make this. Oh. Okay, so the canopy should be above the player, right? Quick fix is just to say set the index to maybe 1 or something. Oh! I'm under the tree. Huh, interesting. But that's not enough. No, it's not enough. It's fine enough to walk under the tree. We still need a collision box, right? Because we have a tree trunk under here, which is not square. It should be square though, shouldn't it? I don't know. I'll let it go for now. But we need a collision. We need a body. So I'm gonna add a static body. And on that static body, we're gonna add a collision shape. And this is important, by the way, in case you are not familiar with Godot or don't remember everything, which happens to me all the time. Not remembering anything. In order to add a collision shape, you need a body to hold that shape. Because otherwise the shape's gonna do nothing. Let's see. Collision shape 2D. That's a good shape. I like that shape. Let's see. Circle. Or a line. Or a rectangle. I don't know. I'm thinking circle. Let's go with circle. It seems only logical. But I don't like the position of this. I do not like the position. I would like to set it to the center of this. So what I can do is I can just do it this way. Putting the body as a child of the sprite. And then center the position, hopefully. And I hope that will work. Will it work? Ah, no. Because I fixed the offset on this one. Well, that's a shame. I wish I could have offset on this one too. In which case, I might as well put it below here. And manually set it to 1616. A bean? Let's see. I think the name cannot appear when you're under the tree. Bean. A bean shape. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. Let's try that. That's a good point. A name. Oops. Well, we have collision, but I forgot. I forgot to add the tree. Let's reduce this. And let's also fix this one. And just for fun, I'm gonna turn the visibility a little bit down, like this. A bean collision, you say? My God, look at this. Yeah, but this is what we want to do. So when we walk under this, we want this to fade into this. When you leave, it's gonna unfade. And it's like you say, the name is underneath. The name is just temporary. I'm not gonna have names on top of any players until you either, you know, meet that player, hover over it for a second or two. You know, yeah, that could be a good mechanic to prevent, so you can roleplay, you know. You don't know all players you watch, you know, who's that name? I don't know. You don't know until you meet them, you know. When you meet them, you can, you know, hover over them, maybe click and select get to know or something, I don't know. But it's supposed to be a role-playing. It's supposed to be, you know, people are supposed to play the game. So we can ignore the name thing. I can set the name tag above everything. Actually, that's a good thought, I think. A bean circle, my God. Where's the visibility? Oh, I need the layer, position, size. I mean, it's not that important, but it would be nice to have it on top, you know. How about this? C index. Okay, I can do it on the head position. Does that work? Let's try this. I think it's relative, so it should work. Let's try it. Have a good study. Thank you for dropping by, Otto. I appreciate that. Hopefully by the next time you drop by, you'll see waste, big improvements, all the game functionality. At least now the name is on top of this, so that's good. So let's fix the tree. We have a good modulate, I think. The modulate is at whatever that is, 165. Let's see, let's undo that. So how are we gonna do that? Do we want to animate it? Or do we just want to set it like that? I don't know. I think animate will make it more smooth. You know, it will make it appear more friendly. Let's make an animation player. And let's create an animation. It's gonna be the fade in. Yeah, fade in. Why not? You know what? Let me rename that. I don't like the name. Rename name. Rename. Fade in. And then we have another one, which is, of course, the fade out. So when we fade in, you know what? Let me rename this because I realize it can be confusing. Walk under. I don't know. Walk under. Walk out. You know? That's readable. So, if I walk under, we're gonna be fading in to modulate alpha value being increased. So fading out, I guess. Okay, tree canopy. Modulate key. Let's select that one. Yes. And when a, you know, I don't know, 0.3? 0.3? Let's try it. We want to set it to 165. Like so. So we walk under, this is gonna happen. And it's gonna stay there. I guess I can set the time back to what, 1.3? 0.3? Yeah. Perfect. And fade out will be the same. Except reversed. So let's set the modulate to whatever it was when it was faded out, and then we want to fade back in again. So when we leave, it's gonna be fully visible. Yes. What's this doing? There we go. So how are we going to do this? We need some signals. Some beautiful signals. Or do we? Yes, we do. We need to know when our player is approaching us. Oh. We need an area 2D, and we can use that under the static body. So this area needs a shape. Let's add a collision shape. Booty. Oh, does the area need to be under static though? I'm curious. Oh, it doesn't. Excellent. Now for this one, I want a square shape because the tree is square. It's weird, you know. 16 times 16. That's in the middle of the sprite. I could just set this directly, can't I? 16 with radius, I guess. There we go. Yeah, good. So when we have a body that enters us, we're gonna run this. On body entered. And we're gonna do the same, except it's gonna be body exited. Exited. Yes. And we're gonna copy paste some code from the pistol and see how we did it there. Oh, my bad. I removed a little too much. Weapons, pistol. There it is. So what we're doing is on area 2D body entered, we check if this is a player. If it's a player, we are connecting it by. We want to know when it's trying to interact with us, which is going to be the tree. Now we're not going to have the same type of interactions. I'm not going to do this. What we do is we check if we add this body to our nearby players list. So if any players is under us, it's well, invisible, or it's moving. And I'm wondering, do we want that functionality? I don't think we do. I think we want to know when other players are underneath the tree as well. Because if another player is underneath the tree, it doesn't make sense you wouldn't see him. I mean, you're on the same playing level, in the game, if you're role-playing. So you would see someone standing under that tree over there, you know? I can see the fun by, allowing players to hide. And we will do that. We will add some sort of bushes that are kind of on the same level that you will hide in, you know? We'll do a lot of fun stuff like that. So we are gonna be using the same logic. So when a player is underneath, we're gonna fade it out a little bit. So other players can see there's someone under there. Under that tree. Standing there. Probably trying to assassinate the king of the town or something, I don't know. King of the town, that's a good rank. We can probably add that. We have the mayor, that's like usually the top rank. Maybe we'll have some sort of kingdom expansion pack where the mayor is gonna turn into a king. Yes, oh my god, this game is gonna be so amazing. My god, I cannot wait. I need to hire some help at some point. We'll get there. We will get there. Whatever it takes. Let me copy this. Copy. And put it in here so I can take a look at it. So if a body is the player, we want to do the same right here. And if a body leaves, we want to do this thing. Yes. Animation play, yes. This should be walk under. What else? What else? So by default, it's gonna be an empty list. I'm not gonna have any message boxes. I'm just gonna hide this. I'm gonna keep this because it gives us a a good idea of how I can handle a specific player, so I don't have to remember it. So if there's no number of players, we are gonna walk out. Let's remove this as well. I think that's it. We're pending and removing. But there's one issue I have, and that is if another player also walk under, I suspect we're gonna run this animation more than one time. And I don't want that. I want it to be running it one time and not run again until everyone has left it. So what I guess I should do is, if a body is a group player, okay, we add this. Okay, so if your player size is greater than 1, meaning we already have someone in there, I'm not gonna play that again. So I guess I should do less than 1. Or rather equal to 1. No, hold on, wait. Hold on. What if 2 people walk almost at the same time? We add the list to player. If the size is equal to, let's try that and see how it works. It may work out fine, perhaps. Oh, interesting. The trees are wrong. Why is the tree wrong? Tree canopy, modulate. Let's reset that. Let's try it again. There we go. Trees. Hello, tree. Oh no, it didn't work. Why? Let's see. I forget to connect it, did I? No, I did not forget that. Am I not running this? Oh, that's strange. Hello? Interesting. It does trigger goodbye, but not hello. Why is that? Am I not in group player? The player should be in group player. Yes, it's in the group player. That's strange. Huh. Oh, hold on. That's not the right name, is it? Yeah, it's the wrong name. It should be on body entered. That's what's wrong. I probably copy pasted a little too much there. Yeah, body entered. Let's try it. Ah, here we go. Doesn't that look nice? You know, kind of fitting in. I'm sneaking under the tree, keep, you know, staying in the shade, making sure I don't get one of those sunburns people keep talking about. Now, I don't think the sun is, you know, real. I think it's fake. I think it's a conspiracy. But that's neither here or there. Yeah, this seems fine. You know, going trees, you know, going past a few trees, you know. What's under here? I don't know. If only I had an axe. If only there were sticks I can pick up somewhere. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's easy to do. So this thing, this is a stone, it's a pebble. I should be able to pick this up. I don't really know how I want this to, how I want this to look. Let's play a game. We're gonna do some research. We are going to do some research for this. Because what I'm trying to find out is how item interaction is handled in games. So I'm going to pause the music. I'm going to increase the volume a little bit. And then I'm going to start Darkwood and see what I can learn from this game. I have not played this game. I've just started this and went into the main menu. You probably can't see the entire game, so I'm going to window mode this once I get this up here. There we go. So we have play, option, credit, and exit. What options do we have? Video, audio controls. Okay, let's learn from this game. Now, this game has done its homework, so let's learn. Where is my little window? There it is. So I was trying to write down the things that it has done to inspire me in order to figure out what we need in our game. Now we did join, we know play options. So in our options, what do we want here? I don't know. Can I use... I can't use that. That's a shame. Let's use padding 3, right? Yeah, 3. Oh my god. Okay, so we want the video options, view day options. We want audio options, control. Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. In the video options, we want what? We want resolution, you know, full screen option. Everything else is just language we want. Yeah, probably at some point. Everything else, I don't know. Gamma maybe, VSync probably. Light quality. Now quality is something I haven't really messed around about. Hello Slacks, welcome. I'm just spying with this game called Darkwood in order to figure out how they did things and taking some inspiration from this. I'm just writing notes. So in our own game, we will want, you know, options such as video options. So, and we want to change resolution, full screen, language, gamma, VSync, quality, and I think that's about it. These are probably specific to this game. I don't know. So I'm writing it down. So we have, you know, a good starting point. Audio. Well, that's easy. Sound, music. Okay, next. Now, you know what? No, there's one more option I want. Something I miss. Something I wish more games did. And that is a royalty-free option. So when, let's say, YouTubers or streamers are playing the game we're working on, guess what? They can just turn that on. And you won't have any problems with the pesky content claimers, you know? What else? Controls. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to write anything down from this. Gamepad input, and that's a good thing. Disabling gamepad input may be something we may have to consider. What else? Scrolling, relative controls. This is fine. It's just a, you know, controls menu. Okay, let's try playing this game. New difficulty. Well, I want this to be very easy because I'm testing this. I don't want to. Yes, skip prologue. Indiegogo content. No. Play. Now that one should be a little more visible. It's not so visible when you look at this. You know, it's a bit too, like I didn't even see play until I kind of was looking for it. Like, oh, there it is. You know. UX. You know, user experience. That's important to research. You're playing a challenging and unforgiving game. You will not be led by the hand. Respect the woods. Be patient. Focus. And that's what I say to myself every morning before I stream. Respect the woods. Chapter 1. It's very quiet now. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's a light around me. Okay, we have a field of view. Yeah, that's good. We are going to be working on field of view. Something I don't like about this, which I discovered right away, is it feels very, very sluggish. Like there's a delay when I'm moving, you know. And I guess it's to make it realistic, you know, make it feel like it's like you have to turn your body. It's not like our game. We are not gonna have this sluggish movement. It's gonna feel, you know, bam, on the point, you know. We're not gonna waste making it try to look realistic. We want to make it fun. So you interact, okay. So when I interact with the game, I just get the cursor to change. The cursor to change. My god, that's brilliant. And I have done it before. I just haven't thought about it. Interaction. Okay, let's write notes about interaction. Where is the size here? Let's heading 2, I guess. When hovering over an item that is interactable, change cursor to hand in our case, because we already have that cursor. I already made this for our game. In this game, we choose an eye, and it has a name over the thing we can examine, and that's a good idea. I will write it down and consider that. Consider adding the object name above the cursor, so we know what we are looking at, right? That makes sense. And especially since we are working on a 2D top-down game as well, the details are somewhat limited. And when I just add a block, I mean, have you seen this? Look at this. When I hover this, would you know this is a pebble? Probably not. I mean, when you first play this game, you probably wouldn't figure out, you know, no idea what the end of this is. Like, what is this? Like, you put the mouse over this, or maybe you just walk over this or something. I don't know. But you would know immediately if we do it the same way Darkwood has done that, by having a kind of hand showing up, or maybe a name like pebble. And maybe even trees. I don't know. Maybe we want something like that. I haven't figured out the minuscule details yet. Let's examine this. Okay. Okay, story, examine oven, look at weird bottle. Let's look at weird bottle. Yeah, okay, this is a very story-based game. I'm gonna skip most of this. Looking at the pot. Oh well, let's cook. Oh boy, yeah, this looks promising. Yeah, speaking of needles, we will have legal substances in our game, and there's going to be maybe a 16 or 18 year limit to play this game. Just because of the nature of the game, it's going to be very free. It's really up to you what you want to do. There's going to be shooting, there's going to be violence, there's going to be murder, there's going to be whatever whatever you can imagine, because it's a role-playing game. You want to be Who's that? Is that me? Why am I here? What? Do I have a window open? Oh, I do. I just met myself in my own game. I couldn't figure out why. Apparently, I was logged in on the browser. Yeah, can I quit this? Thank you. Okay, so you move around, it's very slow. Okay, you have field of view. Now, I do want field of view, but it's gonna be a bit. Well, I'm not sure actually. Maybe field of view will only be valid inside the... it will not be based on the direction, it will be based on what you are able to see from your character. So instead of having a directional visibility thing, it's gonna be pretty much when you enter the room, you see the room. You know, I'm not gonna be nitty gritty about, you know, you have to turn around to look what's behind you in the same room, you know, because if someone is behind you in the game, you would hear it, you would kind of know it. So if I really wanted to make it realistic, well, I don't want it to be realistic. I want it to be fun. Fun is the highest priority of this game right here. Can I open the door? Ah, interesting. Okay, so I can actually change the cursor, and I also display the action you can do. Now that's a good idea, maybe. And that action can change depending on what item you're holding. So if I'm holding an axe, it wouldn't say open, it would say break down door with axe, or axe the door. You know? Let's open. Yeah, I like the lighting. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yesterday, I barricaded one of the windows. If I want to stay here for some time, I should do the same with other windows. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna play this, by the way, during the stream. I'm just researching. This is researching, okay? This is not fun. This is serious. Oh, what's this? A stool? I can drag? How can I drag it? I'm too far. Really? You know what? That's a kind of good idea. But another option would be not just to... I guess you could hide the curse. I don't know. Would I want to be able to know this is this far away? Workbench, interesting. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I like this style of interaction. It gives you... It makes it very explicit that this is something you can use. It says the name of the thing, it says the interaction. It says the name of the thing, it says you can drag it. Okay, let's try this. How do I drag this? Well, okay, this is... I guess it's a very heavy stool, which is why it takes so much effort to, you know, drag it into place. I guess it's so I can walk up to something, or... I don't know. Okay, can I stop? Thank you. Okay, I can sprint also, that's good. Do I have some sort of stamina? I seem to have stamina, yes. Let's go out and get killed. Let's get killed. Why not? I don't have weapons. I don't need weapons. I'm just gonna go here. Do we have trees here? That's kind of... well, this game is kind of... not 3D, but it has layers of textures. Like a parallax effect? Parallax effect, yeah. And we're not gonna have this level of detail. I mean, this is the pretty much level of detail we're gonna have in the game, at least early on, until we maybe get some full-time artist or something that's gonna replace everything. I don't know. We'll see. Luckily, it doesn't take that much effort to change the appearance of the game. It does take some effort changing the scaling, I guess, for the game. Okay, so I can just do this. Okay, can I move? I cannot interact with the tree though. It doesn't even tell me it's a tree. Okay, it's kind of cool, the dot effect. On the cursor, you see a black dot when it's out of my range. And if it's something that could be within my range, it seems to be appearing white. That's an interesting note. Okay. There doesn't appear to be any minimap. Let's run after this thing. What could possibly go wrong? I think it's a bunny. Apparently my stamina is horrible right now. What's here? Can I go in here? Okay, so I'm hidden now. Maybe. I don't know. Hard to tell. What happens if I run after the bunny? Oh. Found a burned house, you say? Where did I find it? I can't seem to have found it here. That's a car, it's not a house. Okay. I think I got the information I needed from this. Like I said, I'm not gonna play this. All I was doing is trying to figure out how they handle item interaction. And the way to do that is just by hovering over stuff. Or so I think. Yeah, metal door. Like, I have no way of knowing that this is interactable until I move my mouse over this. When you're closer, I guess. Right there. Find it. Yeah. Destroy generator. Search. Interesting. Take that. How do I take this? Let me guess. Control left. Yes. This is pretty much universal. Most games have a control left click. Even Minecraft has that. So when you want to pick up something, control left click. There you go. Oh my god. Well, who cares? I'm dying. Whatever. Mushrooms apparently killed me. And there is night and day cycles. Now, I'm wondering if that's something we want to add to this game. And the effect that's going to have is maybe like, you know, sort of visibility range or something like that. I do not want it to be like this. This is too sluggish and too, what can I say, realistic. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's, I'm gonna close this for now. And before we continue adding interactions with the pebbles, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break and I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Let me turn on the music. Music. Turn down the volume a little bit so it doesn't sound too loud. There we go.
Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you
Okay.
Restless every time we
Let's see. Entity interaction. Currently, when you hover the mouse over pistol or any other things, we don't show what it is. We have to move close. And that with something we did in order to test it out, in order to figure out how to handle item interactions. And we don't want to necessarily do it that way. I don't want the I don't want to approach the stone and make it jump up and down and rotate. I mean, We could do that, and that may make the game a little bit fun and weird. But let's assume we don't want to. Let's assume we want to, you know, hover over it. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's figure it out. Let's find out. Let's see. Let's open the pebble scene. If I can find it. There it is. So currently our pebble just randomly sets the shape based on the initial noise value, and the shape is just a slight change in position. And that's gonna make this a bit inconvenient, possibly. Let's see, textures, array of 4. And all this does is change the position a little bit. And I'm thinking we don't need to do that for this, because it's the same sprite, just a little moved. So what we can do with this is not doing that. Or oh, let me think. We can use the factory pattern if we really wanted to keep the randomization for this. And what that would do is we would save each texture to be its own node, and then instantiate that on this scene as the node we are generating. I guess we can try that. Let's see, pebble 00101. I'm gonna save this as and make a subfolder. This is gonna be the I don't know, factory. The naming is not very good. I don't like the naming, but so be it, you know. So on this one, I'm not gonna have the randomization as we do here. We are going to set the texture directly to 001. Then on this one, we're also going to create the static body if we want the collision, but I don't want collision, so what I want is area 2D. And that area 2D is what we are going to use and know when someone wants to interact with us. So we need a collision shape. Now this shape is going to be the proximity checker. I don't know, proximity. Let's see, we need to set a circle shape and move that to wherever this is. I think this is middle. Well, it's not quite middle. So let's move it to the center manually. I do want to change the size of this to be a little bigger. So, because this is the distance we want to be able to pick up the thing on. Let's 10 may be a bit too small. Let's try 25. And I will be storing this somewhere. And we're also going to do the same on the server. Because it will be the server that validates whether or not we're allowed to be picked up. The same way we do it with the pistol. On the pistol, we have a constant that is the radius of that shape. I guess that's what we should be setting, isn't it? Yeah, let's set it to 30. So it's a little bigger. That may be a bit too big, but we'll try and go with that and see. So let's change this to, yeah, pickup distance is a better name. Pickup distance radius. Now where am I using that on the pistol though? Radius. There it is. Let's copy this, try adding it there. Collision shape is not right, we need the proximity shape. Shape radius equals to pickup distance radius. We don't need random noise here, we don't need a list of textures. What else do we need? Currently, when we approach this area, nothing is happening because we're not using any signals or anything else. So let's use body entered and body exited. And then exited. What else? Well, we don't only want to check the proximity, we also want to check whether or not we have interaction attempts using the cursor. Now, I'm unsure if this is the right way to go with this. If we look at other games, let's say Hotline Miami, which is also inspiration for what we are trying to create in terms of combat and interaction. I don't think you hover over anything. I think you're just moving close to it and press a button. And that may be convenient by itself, so you don't have to walk around and click it. You know, you just walk around, press E when you get close enough. And I think that's a better way of doing this. Does that mean we only want to allow that? Probably not, because there may be instances where pressing E wouldn't work around multiple items, or if it does work, it will probably be just one of the first one out of all of them, and wouldn't have much control. So if you were to throw down all things in the same area, it's probably not best to press E, but you know, select it. So let's see. Area 2D checks this. I will have to create another area 2D. And this is going to be for the mouse. Mouse area 2D. And that will also need a collision shape, which is going to fit more closely to this square. Let's add a little rectangle. Let's position it around, you know, around the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect, just good enough. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's not waste time being too picky about that. And I have to say that out loud in order to remind myself about that. I have a tendency to being picky. Mouse. Oh, I guess I can just keep the default. So when a input event happens. Now that can be, no, mouse entered and mouse exited, as well as input event. We need to use all of these. Because when we hover the mouse over, we want to see information, we want to change the cursor. When we leave it, we want to undo the change, and so on. And when we press the button, we want to do something, whatever that is. On mouse area 2D. If only Godot suggested the default naming, that would be real nice. And let's do the same for exited. And the input. There we go. I'm a little bit unsure what the correct input event is for this. So I'm just gonna print it out and see what we get. Can I run this? Yes, I can. Let's click it. Okay, well, we're getting a bit too much information. Let's see, input event, mouse button, input event, mouse button. mouse button. That's the one. Button index. Get button index 1. Okay, we want that. If we press button index 1, then we are doing something. So if get what was it? Oh my god. Button index. Get button index. That is equal to button group. What's the name? Button list. Button list. Button left. Okay. What the hell? Huh. Let's try that. Okay then. Get button index in base input yes, okay. If event type of event is equal to input event mouse button and that. Is that not right? Oh yeah, hold on. Oh yeah, input event, of course. That's not gonna work. I need to get the class name. Hello, I am Vikas. Welcome. Welcome. You wouldn't happen to know how to fix this. If this event is this class. Event is class. Type of. And type of will just tell if it's a string. I don't think it will tell us if it's a it will tell us if it's a job object, you know? That's instance of, maybe that works. We are trying to handle item interaction right now. Instance of. Okay, let me Google this. There has to be some information about this. Let's open a window. Open a window, okay. Godot Engine is event. Input event, I don't know. How do I check if something is something? If is really? That's it? Is? I just have to write is. If event is. Well, that was easier than I thought. Let's try it again. See if it works when I press the button. Boop. Yay, it works. But I don't want to just... It needs to be on the press button down. So we have to go even deeper. Get even deeper to figure out whatever this is. Input. Event. Mouse button. Pressed. Pressed. Is pressed. And event is pressed, right? So now it's correct. Yes. Excellent. It works. So when we press this, we can now interact. So we have this code ready now. We are not ready to implement this functionality just yet. We still need to fix a few things, such as when the mouse hovers, we need to change cursor to hand. You need to add some sort of label over cursor to tell it what it is. And possibly with whatever interaction we can do. Now I don't know if we're gonna do writing the name of the interaction or we're just gonna make it, you know, common sense. Like if it's a hand, you can move it or take it. We'll see. We will see. And when you leave, you have to undo. So how do we do that? Ah yes, also this one. I'm thinking we can do the same. So when we do this, instead of doing it over the mouse, we will do the text over the item, meaning us. Let's see. Cursor. How do we mess around with that one? Get cursor shape. Get current cursor shape. Hold on. Cursor. Yeah, this is a custom image for our display cursor. I'm wondering if there's no way to set the others as well. Huh. Okay, let's see if I can find something up by searching. Cursor. Godot Engine change cursor in game or in code, whatever. Customizing the mouse cursor. You might want to change the appearance of the mouse cursor in your game in order to suit the overall design. Yes, that's correct. That's what I want to do. Using project settings. You do the thing, which I already done. Okay, next thing. So what's the next thing? Using a script. Create a node, attach the following script. Okay, you need to load the images. Ah, interesting. Here we go. Okay, if I'm gonna do it this way, we may want a sort of overlord, well, we can tell, instead of having to do all the code within the nodes themselves. Maybe, possibly. Let's get it to work first, and then we'll see on improving that. Yeah, so we need to set the image. This is going to be the hand cursor. And then this is going to be the shape. Possibly. Hold on. I don't know if I need this at all. Set custom. Oh. Ah, I see. So what you're telling me, if I do this, I can create a cursor based on this. But how can I then turn it into a hand? Can I then set this item as being something the cursor should use a hand on top of it, you know? Without having to set the images. Because then, in theory, I should be able to set this once when I start the client. Check input set custom mouse cursor. Hold on. Demo project. Okay, this is the image of the cursor. Let's find a script and take a look at that. If I can find it. Am I blind? I'm apparently blind. I suspect they just set that in the project settings. Huh. Mouse cursor. There has to be some information about that, setting it up. Because what I'm trying to do is, when I hover over this area, I want the cursor to change to a type of cursors, like, you know, hand. It does make sense that it should be, you know, possible. Considering we have this level of customization of the cursor, allowing us to set it at, telling it that this should be like a hand thing, you know. How about the collision shape? Something here? Maybe we could search a little bit. Let's see. Cursor and focus. Cursor. Append. No. These are node variables. But such as this, we should be able to set this, you know? So if it hovers over us, we want to set this cursor. But can I do that without setting the image? Because that's what I really want to do. I don't want to care about what image that is. Every entity shouldn't have to care that this hand uses this PNG. I want to tell it, it's a hand. Set cursor shape, right? Set cursor shape. Yes! That's the one. Let's try this one. Let's try it and see what happens. So when I enter, let me comment this out. When I enter, we're gonna set cursors, default cursor shape to... Oh shit, where's that on? Where did I set that on? Input, okay, input. And that's gonna be cursor shape. No? Crap. Yeah, cursor shape. Is it input? Yes, input cursor shape, okay. Really? Cursor I-beam. Let's try I-beam and see what happens. Is this gonna work or not? So if this works, when I play this and move the hand over this thing, it's gonna change to a I-beam. Invalid index, cursor shape on input default. Well, that's an inconvenience. Why? Okay. Can I try this? Well, that's just good. Why can't it allow me to set the cursor shape from this? It's an enum. Oh, my bad. How about now? Yeah, okay. How about input dot cursor shape dot cursor I-beam? Now it should work. Input default. Can it be because I haven't set this yet? Ah, it works! Okay, so now you see it change to this cursor. So we need to, well, prepare all the cursors. But where? Let's see, main scene. I guess on the main would be a good place to do this. Okay, var cursor loader equals preload. What? Res. Our cursor loader script. So what this is going to do, it's going to load our cursor. But when? Load cursors, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it, you know, available without having to put everything into main. Let's use the same piece of code we found. This right here. Oh boy. Where is it? Well, it's gone, so I'm right here. Let's see. Comment this out. So on this script, we need to prepare all the cursor. This is going to be the default cursor. It's going to be load the path to the cursor. And where is that? Where do we have all our cursors? In the GUI. I guess I should add the script in the GUI when I think about it. Yes, let's do that. Let's move it. Closing that. Let's drag it all the way over here. go. Cursor, default. Okay, copy path. And this will ensure we set this. Ah yes, the specific cursor. This is going to be the default cursor input dot cursor arrow. I believe that's 0, right? Yeah. Huh, interesting. I see what I did wrong there before. I tried to add input dot cursor shape dot this instead of just use it directly, even though it's an enum shape, cursor shape. Well, now we know. Okay, default error is fixed. We don't need that anymore. Let's do the same for this. This is going to be the I beam. So we need to create some arrows right now. We need to create more things to place in this folder. I do have a few arrows somewhere. But speaking of cursor, I don't think I fixed this one yet, because it seems kind of blurry. Turn off filter. There we go. Let's run this. I'm curious to see. Oh crap. Yeah, let's undo this one. Cursor, loader, new. It's not in use, so this should be fine. That's way better, way more crispy and nice. Yes, excellent, excellent. Now to go and find the other cursor which I have had somewhere. Give me a second to check this off the camera. Where is the cursor? Projects. Here we go. PTAO. Assets. Old. Textures. No. Maybe here? No, not there. Nah, not there. Has to be here somewhere. Where'd I put it? Oh, give me a second to look. Ah, here we go. I found something. Let's open Krita, which I think already is open. Yes. So we already have our default. But we don't have the hand, or the interact, or the aim. So let's set the ones we do have. Ah yes, the hand. A beautiful artwork. Where to set this though? Let's copy the path to this one. Seriously? Oh, of course. Okay. PNG. Interact. Ah, yes. Very good. And lastly, we have the aim cursor. And I think you can guess what this is supposed to be used for. Hello Glenn, welcome. Welcome to a relaxing stream where we are coding and making a game. Right now we're working on setting the cursors for our game, so when we hover over items that we are, well, deemed worthy to interact with, we will set the cursor to a hand, or maybe this, or who knows. I'm thinking the hand is what we want. The hand is a bit weird though, I don't know, we'll see. It's more like a fist. So on the cursor loader, we need to set all of these resources and get it all ready. Okay, we have the default, we have the aim. Okay, this is the aim cursor. And then we need the hand cursor, yes. And the interaction cursor. The interaction cursor is a bit more, what can I say, complex than the hand. Ah yes, it's small things are the things that make the game more feel more like a game, you know, like a cursor, an innocent cursor. So now, when we want to hand over this, we need to set this to the, not the I-beam, but the, well, that's a good question. I don't know which one. Cursor, drag, move. Pointing hand. I think move. I mean, can drop. I don't know which one is the best. Help. I guess pointing hand. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to use drag either because I think drag is the symbol I have, but that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go with this for now. I will fix it later. Interaction cursor equals this. I'm going to do it this way because I don't want to. I want to keep all the logic inside this script, and this is a constant. So I don't need to instantiate this. Let's see, default cursor. And that way I can easily change this later on. Oh crap. Cross, there it is.
MD, JPB.
And lastly we have the interaction. Interact. Pick up cursor. That's what I want this to be. Interact cursor is going to be the more like a workbench, you know, or whatever, you know. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
I was born with these propellers. All my haters cannot beat me, so I call them acapellas. See, I'm only getting better. You only get jealous. You know that I run it. Everything you wanna do, I already done it. And I got your little boo telling me she love me. I got this one, that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night. You know. I got this one, that one. Damn, It's another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. And we slow for you and our safe and we were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. Can we just slow down? And we just slow waste another day. I don't know to say. You say we need a change, and feel that you need it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online. It's not like we need them. gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down. I keep getting in my way. My stubborn pride will dig my grave. Leave me behind with every step I take. Yeah. Circle now, walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look my fear.
Let's see how we can make this work. We are now setting custom mouse cursor, this and that, and this and that. But I realized this is it's not working the way I would like this to work. Because I believe we're just setting it directly. We're not storing it into. We're not setting this or rather this as the texture we would use on this. I think I could be wrong. Says a custom mouse cursor image which is only visible inside the game window. We may have to configure hotspots. That's almost guaranteed. Yeah. What I would like to do, I wish I could store all of them. So whenever I set a cursor type using only the shape, we would use the image we expect. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Glenn. Thank you. Thank you. I've been anticipating this stream all day. Let's see. Let's try to run this and see what we get. I have my doubts this is going to work the way we want to do. So where should we load this? Let's see, main, that's the place maybe? Yeah, why not? So when we are ready, at the end of ready we are going to be loading the cursors, and that's end of that. If it works, but I don't think it will work the way we want it to. Let's see. Pebble, there it is. So when we hover over this, we're gonna set the cursor shape to be the eye, but I don't want that. So let's change this to input cursor cross and see what happens. If it works the way we want it to, the cross is going to be the one we set with our own image. Yeah, it didn't work. The cross we're seeing right here is not our own image, it's the image already stored. Let's see, how can we fix this? I guess we can create functions for this and I'll make this into a, well, singleton, I guess. Let's try func set pickup cursor. No, not set. Pickup cursor. That's it. Just pick cursor. Do that. Then we have 4 more. Well, 3 more. Aim cursor. And lastly, but not leastly, we have whatever this was. This was the interaction cursor. Default cursor. So if I can make this into a static, I should be able to access this without instantiating any of this. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll make everything static. Can I? I guess I'll do it this way then. Okay, let's see if this works. No errors, that's a good sign. So when we then go to our pebble, instead of doing this, let's try the cursor loader pickup cursor, I believe. Am I right? Pickup cursor. Yes, couldn't be full loaded. That's inconvenient. Let's run it anyway. Almost. Something is working, kinda. But that's strange. Huh. Could it be the what the hell? Let's make it a little bigger. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. I may have to instantiate that, as much as that sucks. So wherever I want to change this, does that mean I have to reference this one? Also, I guess I can turn it global. Let's make it global then. GUI script cursor loader. Add. Done. So now, hopefully, once I restart the client, it's gonna work. Apparently the browser version still work. Let me close it. There it is. Well, let's run this one. Oh boy, what happened? Yes, that cannot work anymore. Try again. I guess I should load these in memory now. Now that I cannot use constants anyway. So on ready var default cursor image. I guess I can preload. Let's see. Well, that's very strange. The way it behaves is very strange. Huh. And the main reason for that is when we leave this, we're not unsetting this. What I expect to happen is for it to remain whatever that was, you know? But that doesn't seem to be the case. I expect pickup cursor to, well, yeah, pickup cursor to remain to whatever that was. Let me move this to the right. Yeah, you see that? It's kind of like really strange behavior. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why, maybe, or maybe not. I have no idea why, it doesn't make sense. Why is it unsetting the cursor? So when I do this though, it should work, right? if I just set it to this. There it is. Oh, excuse me. Welcome, Ajay. Welcome to the stream. We are working on the GUI of our game. We are trying to get the cursor to change. However, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Yeah. What? Like, it kind of flips between. Wait, can it be because of this? Yeah, this works. It sets this, but I cannot seem to be setting this from a singleton. Huh. Well, let me try to use this there then. So this way I can refer to the cursor loader.hand cursor image and the cursor loader.pickup cursor. So if that works, I will be happy enough. But it doesn't seem to work for whatever reason. I have no idea why. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. This language you see in the code is called GD script. This game engine uses a Python-like language, which is designed specifically to make it work well with this game engine, which is one of the reasons why this game engine is way easier to prototype games with compared to Unity or Unreal, unless you copy-paste finished projects. But in that case, you can say the same with Godot. It's just really easy to code with Godot. Well, I say that now, but for whatever reason I can't get this to work. It doesn't want to set. Hotspot 00. Yeah, that's fine. Image must be lower than this. That's fine also. Default cursor shape. Let's try that one. What happens if I set that also to, I don't know, something else? Interaction. Let's try cross again. Now let me set this one to the other one. I have no idea how many languages I know. I'd say Java and GDScript are my main languages that I work with. But there's also Vue, which I use for the front end, so I guess that counts as well. Well, I mean, it's JavaScript. So where is the... That's strange. It doesn't seem to want to behave the way you would expect it to behave. Let me copy all of this and stick it in there and see what happens if I can use this. Okay, let's set it to be the pickup cursor. When we enter, change the thing. Yeah, it still doesn't work. What the hell? Let's disable the hold on. Main. Are we running a function that doesn't exist anymore? Yes, we are. This doesn't exist. Default Corsair. And that should exist, right? Yeah, I don't need this anymore, so let's remove that one. From 1 to 10, I'd say it about maybe 3, 2.5, I don't know. the hell? Non-existing function. Okay. Okay, there it works. Okay. Okay, let's run Pebble again. It doesn't make sense. I cannot change the cursor. Why? It is interactable, right? Collision shape, area 2D. It's pick-upable, right? Okay, what's if I undo that? Now the events shouldn't trigger at all. Yeah, no events. That's what I expected. So I turn it on, I expect there to be events. But for whatever reason, it doesn't want to work. I would not consider myself a pro coder in Angular language, and I wouldn't probably consider anyone to be a pro coder. I don't think it exists. I yet to see a single coder that writes beautiful code. That language doesn't exist yet. That will allow us to do the beautiful coding. Huh. Mouse, hold on. Are you telling me I can set the control node? If I turn this into a control node, can I then set the thing of this? Hold on, change. Change type to control node. So when I start this, can I just do a what? A set default. That's not gonna work. Does the control have position? It does have position. Okay, should be fine. I am building a game from the ground up, as far as you can go at least. Alright, now I'm trying to fix the cursor shape, which looks like horribleness. A lot of badness there. And what I expect to happen is when I have put my mouse over this little thing, or this thing, I expect the shape to change. But that doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know why. Huh. Well, that didn't work. That makes me sad. Change it back to Node 2D. Yes. Non-existing function in Pebble, because we are not done with this yet. I'm still working on the factory. But for whatever reason, I'm trying to get the mouse cursor to change, and that, which should be the easiest thing in the world, doesn't want to work. Input, set custom mouse cursor. Right, that's easy. Easy. Super easy. Let's set it to interact cursor. So when I put the mouse inside there, we are going to change input set mouse cursor to that. So if I run this, it should work. But alas, it does not. Like at all. Set a motion cursor, which is only visible inside the game window. Okay, let's Google. Something is wrong. Does not work. Godot Engine. Let's see. Why doesn't it want to work? No answers. Okay, well, guess what? This doesn't help. Godot recipes. Yeah, okay. yeah, that should be fine. It should work, but it doesn't. Input, set mouse cursor, cursor image. And cursor image is this one. What if I remove the pre and just set it to load? Not that it should matter, but whatever. Yeah, let's try it. What if I do that? What happens? Let's try setting the aim cursor. Right there. Right so. In there. See if I don't start this. I expect it to change, but it doesn't. It never changes. It just stays the same for whatever reason. Is this not the same correct path? It is the correct path. In how much time would you think a beginner will take to become skilled coder in any language? A couple of months. Nah, I'm joking. Not a couple of months. Probably years. It's not about learning to code, it's about getting experience. You can know 100 languages and still suck at coding if you don't have the experience using them. And experience, the only way to get that is by coding. So code, and find out how to write readable code. Or at least, you know, make that a focus. And that's not easy, it's very difficult. Well, how about this? Let's make a little position 2D or something like this. And this position is going to be where we're gonna put the label. And that label is gonna be the description of whatever this is. This is a pebble. And it's gonna be a constant. I'm not gonna change this. It's gonna be the same. It's the same wherever we do this. I didn't change the size though. How did I do that? Text, align, auto-wrap. There's no size? Really? Why is there no size option on label? That doesn't make any sense. By coding, just make a game or make an app or something like that. Just get started and keep on working on it, you know? But more importantly, find out something that you want to do. Don't just try to learn code just to, you know, earn money or get a job. I'm not saying that's, you know, bad reason. I'm just saying it's not gonna be easy if you do it that way. Where the hell is the size? What? Oh my god, I cannot believe I have to look for a size on the label. What time is it? I have to quit in about 8 minutes today. And we'll continue this tomorrow for a few hours. And we'll keep going every day. Every day around the same time-ish. Plus minus. Because it's weekend, we're going a little long today. Okay, I cannot change the size of this text for whatever reason. Or it's very well hidden. Very, very hidden. I guess I can set the scale. Why not? Let's try out. Yeah, see, the scale works. That's good. At least that we have that. So when we hover over it, we're going to set the name label to show. Otherwise, we're going to be not showing it. And we also need to make sure it only happens to the player that does it. So, well, I don't know. Let's try this and see what happens. This does not work. I'm gonna forget about it. I'm not gonna care or not bother and waste my time with that because it doesn't want to work. Let's see. I don't want to fix this one though. Let's reset that one. so. There we go, a little smaller. Yeah, it's about size. There we go. That's okay. It's close enough. I'm not gonna finish this today, I realize, because we don't have enough time, unfortunately. We will continue on this tomorrow, fixing the label. Done. Not done. And we are working on this right now. Pick up, interact with pebble, with in factory. There we go. Yes, been going for a few hours now today. And I feel this issue we're having slowly increasing the level of salt in my body. I figure it's a good time to end this for today. And tomorrow I'll be around the same time as I usually am, which is about between 3 to 4 plus 1 GMT, whatever that is in your time zone. Just check the playlist on YouTube or Twitch to see when I started the previous streams, and you should have an idea. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna continue this one here tomorrow. I'm gonna figure that out. To do, implement this. Consider researching the cursor issue. And we want to, what else? We want to sheet validation, server side. We already had the code for that, but I had to do it anyway. And what else we need? We need test with multiple clients. Make sure only you can see the label when you hover your mouse over it. I think that's fine. I think that's the way it's gonna behave by default. But I have to write it down just in case, because you never know. I'll come again in about how long? About 4 hours ago is when I would usually show up. So time now minus 4 hours, that's when I would come tomorrow. Plus minus 30 minutes, because sometimes my work is late. And I suspect work will be late tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't know until it's too late. So thank you all for joining today. Please check me out on Twitch if you're on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, check me out on Twitch. Check me on Twitch on YouTube. Or reverse. If you're on Twitch, check me out on YouTube. You can find everything in the description, I hope. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.